Hello, dear students. Welcome back. My name is Ajilin Andreis, Sarun, and our topic today is financial literacy. In this lesson, you will be watching some videos, you will be listening to some people talking about financial literacy, you will be writing a story, and you will be discussing the meaning of financial literacy. For the lesson today, you need a pen or a pencil, a notebook, internet access, and you can stop the recording anytime you like. So let's start. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you say financial literacy? Let's think a little bit about that. Maybe you can write down your mind map, financial literacy in the middle, and with arrows, different things that come to your mind when you say those words, those magical words, financial literacy. This is what your mind map may look like. The first thing that people think of when you say finances is what else but money, or banks, investments, or maybe savings, taking out loans, going into debt. The very words financial literacy may sound repulsive to you. What is that? Money, banking, accountants, bookkeepers, all those hard to understand and not very interesting words. So in order to warm you up to financial literacy, let's watch a short video that explains best what that means in real life. As we have seen in the short film, the reason why we are learning about financial literacy is to know how to invest, how to save, how to earn more money. These are the principles of getting rich. The first thing is you should be aware of the importance of money. You should know the difference between assets and liabilities. You should know how to manage your money. There are different ways to earn money. You should develop productive habits. You should know that no one owes you anything. You should develop social and influence skills. You should be patient. You should know that there is always more money. The best way to make money is to help others, and you should understand that you can't know everything. Do you understand these principles? Now maybe you can stop the recording and write down, explain what these principles mean. So stop the recording, take your notebook and your pen or pencil and write down what these principles actually mean. Try to explain them. Empty wallet. Who wants that? Nobody does. In order not to have one, we have to learn more about saving, about investing, about spending. Financial literacy is the ability to understand how money works, how money is made, invested, and most importantly, expanded. And we will learn more about that by watching a short video. Here is the link that you need to copy, and the short film explains those 11 principles in a little bit longer way. Watch it and compare what you have written with the principles explained. Now is the time to check out your ideas and write down the differences. So write down the differences between your understanding of the principles and those explained in the film. Let's check it out now. These are the principles explained. You can compare that with the explanations of the principles that you wrote. So let's start. The first one is you should have the freedom to choose, you should have options, and understand how important money is. Assets bring you the money, such as renting your house, and liabilities take the money out of your pocket, such as living in the house. Planning your budget teaches you how to manage your money. You should not be stuck with only one way of making money. Productive habits, such as working hard over a long period of time, will enable you to be successful. You have to find your own way, not use the inherited money or position from your parents. You should acquire the ability to socialize and communicate with others, which eventually will lead to the development of leadership skills. It takes time and persistence to succeed. There is always money somewhere, and your job is to get it. There is no limit on how much you can earn, you just have to want it. It is important to solve problems, and by doing so, provide value that can help others and get you a big paycheck. And last but not least, you should seek help from mentors and coaches for the things you don't know. Here comes the listening comprehension. We will now be listening to Jane, Harry, and Mary, and they will be talking about their financial status. While listening, pay attention to the questions and choose the correct answer. You will hear each recording twice.
After high school, I went to college and studied management and finances. From my point of view, I can tell you that the knowledge I acquired there has helped me a lot in my professional life, because after only 3 years of working for that company, I became a CEO. However, my personal life, although successful on the emotional side, has not benefited much from my education. It only took a few wrong decisions to bring me to the verge of poverty.
Now listen again.
After high school, I went to college and studied management and finances. From my point of view, I can tell you that the knowledge I acquired there has helped me a lot in my professional life, because after only 3 years of working for that company, I became a CEO. However, my personal life, although successful on the emotional side, has not benefited much from my education. It only took a few wrong decisions to bring me to the verge of poverty.
And the correct answer is the answer C. Jane claims that her education has not been of much use to her financial status.
I love taking risks and living my life to the fullest. You may call me a fool, but it makes me feel alive. On a number of occasions I failed, but I did have my share of success as well. There were times in my life when I was on the verge of poverty because of my investments and lack of knowledge. I did not really know how things function, but on the other hand, I was pretty lucky. I took my chances with the Bitcoin and hit their jackpot. If only I had withdrawn from that game on time, I could be a rich man today. But don't get me wrong, if I were born again, I would do the same. I love the tension, and I have never felt bored, that is for sure.
Now listen again.
I love taking risks and living my life to the fullest. You may call me a fool, but it makes me feel alive. On a number of occasions I failed, but I did have my share of success as well. There were times in my life when I was on the verge of poverty because of my investments and lack of knowledge. I did not really know how things function, but on the other hand, I was pretty lucky. I took my chances with the Bitcoin and hit their jackpot. If only I had withdrawn from that game on time, I could be a rich man today. But don't get me wrong, if I were born again, I would do the same. I love the tension, and I have never felt bored, that is for sure.
Okay, so the correct answer is the answer B. Harry regrets nothing.
One thing I enjoy doing is going on a shopping spree. Shop till you drop is the slogan written just for me. The truth is, money seems to burn a hole in my pocket, and I just have to shop. I know I could lose my shirt easily, but you live only once. I like to spend like there is no tomorrow. Something may cost me an arm and a leg, but I must have it. I just like expensive things. Don't get me wrong. I am not stupid. I know I should invest my money and plan my financial future, but I just can't resist a nice piece of designer clothes when I see it in the shop window.
Now listen again.
One thing I enjoy doing is going on a shopping spree. Shop till you drop is the slogan written just for me. The truth is, money seems to burn a hole in my pocket, and I just have to shop. I know I could lose my shirt easily, but you live only once. I like to spend like there is no tomorrow. Something may cost me an arm and a leg, but I must have it. I just like expensive things. Don't get me wrong. I am not stupid. I know I should invest my money and plan my financial future, but I just can't resist a nice piece of designer clothes when I see it in the shop window.
And the correct answer is answer B. Mary just likes buying expensive clothes. So what do you think? Are Mary, Harry and Jane financially literate? Why? Or, if they are not, why not? Pause the video for a few moments and think what might be the right answer. And now is the time to watch a video. You have to copy the link that you can see here, and it is a cartoon. What you have to do is write down the text, the story for that cartoon. Okay, so copy the link and write down the story. I am sure that you have written very nice stories. And what follows now is the story of the goose that laid the golden eggs, but this time with idioms. And as you will see, they are underlined. Actually, they're not underlined, but written in red so that you can see them better. So let's take a look. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who lived on the bread line. He had only one goose. One day that goose laid a beautiful, glittering golden egg. The farmer collected it, and then another and another. By the end of the day, he had a basket full of golden eggs. But he was greedy. That was not enough. He came to the idea that by killing the goose, he could find inside it more golden eggs. Just as he was preparing to cut off the goose's head, it flew away. He went to the market to sell the eggs and came across a wise man who showed him how to make a killing and be on a gravy train. Namely, one goose lays one golden egg, but 100 geese lay 100 eggs. So he made a big farm and soon hit the jackpot. His family was overwhelmed with joy. They had money to burn. Actually, it was burning a hole in their pocket, and they started living beyond their means. They started traveling on cruise ships, gambling, visiting beautiful cities, living the life of luxury and pleasure. One day, a financial advisor visited them and showed what would happen if they continued spending money like there is no tomorrow, like water. They would get fat and sick. Their children would be depressed and have no goal in life. In the end, they would lose their shirt and be poor. So he presented them with a financial plan. He warned them not to kill the goose that lays the golden eggs. They should start saving for emergencies, for college, invest in insurance, and their retirement fund. So, what is the moral of the story? Think a little bit about it. The moral of the story is that you should not destroy your steady income through greed, impatience, and extravagancy, but that you should invest in assets such as education, insurance, and retirement. In this text, there were quite a few idioms. I'm pretty much sure that you understood their meaning, but let's check it out. To live on the breadline means to be very poor. To make a killing means to make a large amount of money. To be on a gravy train means easy way to make money. To hit the jackpot means to make a lot of money. To have money to burn means to have a lot of money. If money burns a hole in your pocket, it means that you are eager to spend it. To live beyond your means means to spend more money than you can earn. And like there is no tomorrow means to spend recklessly. To spend money like water means to spend a lot of money. To lose shirt means to lose all your money. And not to kill the goose that lays the golden egg, we now know that means not to destroy something valuable. For your homework, you are supposed to write down how you will change your financial habits. You have to use at least 5 idioms that you have learned today, and your essay should be 150 to 180 words long. Here is the rubric that can help you write down your essay and evaluate it. Read it carefully. And in the end, let's check what you have learned. If you have watched the video, completed all the exercises, done the listening comprehension check, if you have written the story based on the cartoon that you watched, and if you have written your homework, then you can tick this lovely smiling smiley right here. If you haven't done something, go back to the part that you haven't done and do it again. And we have come to the end. I hope that you enjoyed learning about financial literacy. Until next time, bye-bye.